I was born with champagne taste, but I live with a sweet tea pocketbook. Some say that I can pinch pennies till they squeak and turn into dimes. So let's spend some time together. Let's see what kind of adventures we can have and what treasures we can find. And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll turn some of those pennies into dimes. Hey everybody, I just left the Crossville US 27 yard sale, and I have something totally different to talk about this time. I was having trouble with my Chevy Traverse, and I was reading online. Oh right, Tennessee drivers are crazy. I was reading online where people were having trouble with their transmissions, and I started having trouble too. After driving around in the heat, my transmission, I would suddenly lose drive. The transmission was still going. I could put it in manual, which means you put it all the way down into L, and there's a little button on the left side of the transmission stick shift here, and you can shift all the way through first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. People be crazy. But you didn't have reverse. The only way, once that happened, if you parked someplace, the only way you were going to get to reverse is if you rolled out of a spot. I took it to the Chevy dealer several times, and they put it on the little monitor, and they ran the little monitor, and the little monitor said there's no problem. So then I started researching some more, and other people were having the same trouble with the same transmission I have in this one. It starts with an A. I'm no mechanic, so I have to keep researching. Well, the more I researched, the more I come up with, I'm going to need a new transmission. I was about resigning myself to the fact that I was going to need a new transmission, but I was just going to do short trips, just go from here to there, take my time, not run it during the hot summer, which really put a damper on my ride share, let me tell you. And then I started having trouble with my air conditioning too. So I had to give up, because in Tennessee, AC is mandatory. You gotta have AC. Forget it. You don't have AC, even if you're doing DoorDash or if you're doing Postmates or anything like that, Instacart, any of that. You still have to have AC. Believe me, you'll die. So then all of a sudden, my alternator goes out. It's like, what the heck? But now I need an alternator. I mean, it was quick. It was like, boom, my alternator went out. Oh, by the way, we did replace the battery the year before, so I knew it wasn't the battery. Alright, so I know it wasn't the battery. My brother checked it. Yes, it was the alternator. And so we replaced the alternator. Yeah. So we take it to a mechanic last month. Very good mechanic, Beechcroft in Spring Hill. Does automotive and marine. And he looks at it. The compressor's gone, the condenser's gone, and woohoo, most of my lines are gone. Yeah, but this is a Michigan car. It spent the first 4 years of its life coming out of a factory up there and then running the roads up there. And Michigan roads are hard on the undercarriage of the car. So then I started to realize, I'm looking at my voltage meter on my car, and it sits just above 14. My brother Ken put a magnificent alternator on this thing, and it sits right above 14. Well, one day I was driving around when the AC was still out, and it dipped down to about 11, and I lost drive. And in the back of my brain, I'm panicking. Oh my God. Well, it stopped. The needle jumped back up again, and that's not yet. The needle jumped back up and drive came back on again. Oh. That was just before we got the AC fixed. So I talked to the mechanic. We have come to the conclusion that the reason why I was having transmission problems with the 2013 Chevy Traverse transmission was because of the alternator. When the needle dips down to about 11, the engine goes into like survival mode, and only what is absolutely important gets the current. So if you're having trouble with your transmission, have your alternator checked. I'm telling you, you can. I was thinking I was going to have a $3,600 bill, easy $3,600 bill. And for those of you that have all-wheel drive, that can come up to about $5,600, and I'm not even counting the dealer price. That's just buying it off of Advance Auto's rack and having a mechanic put in for you, and that'd be about $800 for labor and $2,600 plus tax, whatever your tax is, for the transmission. Basic, nothing fancy transmission. I have just driven, knock on wood, I have just driven almost 200 miles in the heat. It's 94 degrees out right now in Tennessee. It's beautiful. I still have drive. I ain't got no problem here. So the next time you're out, go to Advance Auto, wherever else you can think of, to get your alternator checked, and have them check that alternator. And I'll bet you if you're having trouble with your transmission going into drive, reverse, all of that, it's because of your alternator. Alright, now I hope that helped. You guys, good luck.
If you'd like to see more, don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button to our channel here. For more information, check out the links listed below in the description section of the video. And find us at Tinker Terry's on Instagram.